Elsewhere, the global oil market is rebalancing after damage to demand brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic was met with curbs on output by the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. Angola's Minister of Mineral Resources and Petroleum, who occupies OPEC's rotating presidency, warns that the pandemic could lead producers to reduce crude oil output. Here are the details of this and other stories making headlines across the continent.
The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, and other key exporters such as Russia, a grouping dubbed OPEC+, meet on Thursday and are expected to discuss allowing as much as 1.5 million barrels per day back into the market. This is meant to address demand likely to be as COVID-19 vaccine programs gather pace. But Angola's Minister of Mineral Resources and Petroleum, who is OPEC's rotating presidency, warns that the COVID-19 pandemic could lead producers to reduce output. Crude oil production from Angola's existing fields, which has been declining since 2008, is due to dwindle to almost nothing by 2040. Angola has pinned its hopes on keeping international partners engaged to avoid its offshore oil and gas resources turning into stranded assets, though there is a risk the industry, increasingly sensitive to environmental concerns, may seek greener projects. Meanwhile, Diversified miner African Rainbow Minerals saw its half-year profit double, driven by an increase in iron ore sales and higher prices for the steel-making ingredient, a weaker rand exchange rate and platinum group metals. The South Africa-listed company said the headline earnings per share, the main measure of the profit in the country, rose to 134% to 25.87 rand per share during the 6 months ended December. Mining companies have been a rare bright spot in South Africa's battered economy, benefiting from a global rally in commodity prices. Finally, the African Development Bank has thrown its weight behind digital currencies, putting in motion a machinery to build capacity, particularly among females in the economic community of West Africa countries. The African Continental lender says its board has already awarded a grant of $320,000 to the West African Monetary Agency to mainstream gender in ECOWAS digital financial services regulatory framework. The project, to be executed over 3 years, will potentially affect 350 million people in the 15 ECOWAS member states. The grant will be disbursed through the Africa Digital Financial Inclusion Facility.